Have you ever scrolled through your feed and felt like everyone else is living their best, most optimized life? From ice baths to obscure superfoods, the internet is overflowing with wellness trends promising to transform you. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or even a little skeptical. Well, I've been there. I decided to dive headfirst into the most talked about viral wellness trends to see what actually lives up to the hype. I spent weeks experimenting, tracking, and honestly, sometimes just trying to survive. Today, I'm sharing my unfiltered, honest review of the top 5 viral wellness trends that have been dominating my feed. We're talking about the stuff everyone's buzzing about, the practices that claim to boost your energy, improve your focus, and just make you feel amazing. My goal was to find out which ones are worth your time and effort, and which ones you can probably skip. This isn't just about trying new things, it's about finding sustainable practices that genuinely contribute to a healthier, happier you. I'll tell you what I did, how I felt, and most importantly, what actually stuck. So, let's get into it. First up, the trend that literally sent shivers down my spine: cold plunges, or, in my case, daily cold showers. The internet is full of people raving about the benefits, from improved circulation to mental resilience. I committed to a 2-minute cold shower every morning for 2 weeks. The first few days were brutal, a genuine shock to the system. I found myself gasping for air, but I pushed through. After about a week, something shifted. I started to anticipate the cold, and the initial shock became less intense. What worked? The immediate energy boost was undeniable. I felt incredibly awake and focused right after. It also gave me a huge sense of accomplishment, starting the day by doing something challenging. What didn't? It's still not exactly enjoyable in the traditional sense. And while the mental clarity was great, it wasn't a magic bullet for all-day productivity. Next, I delved into the world of adaptogens, specifically ashwagandha. This ancient herb is touted for its stress-reducing and calming properties. I took a daily dose for a month, hoping to combat my everyday anxieties and improve sleep quality. I was pretty consistent with taking it every evening. The effects weren't immediate or dramatic, which is often the case with supplements. It was more of a subtle shift over time. What worked? I did notice a slight reduction in my overall baseline stress levels. I felt a bit calmer in situations that would normally make me anxious. My sleep also seemed marginally deeper, though it's hard to say definitively. What didn't? It's not a quick fix for acute stress. You need consistency, and the results are gentle, not revolutionary. It also requires remembering to take a pill daily, which can be a hurdle for some. The third trend I tried was intermittent fasting, specifically the 16-8 method. This means I ate all my meals within an 8-hour window and fasted for the remaining 16 hours. I typically skipped breakfast and had my first meal around noon. This was a significant shift for me, as I'm usually a breakfast person. The first few days were tough, with hunger pangs and a bit of brain fog in the mornings. Hydration became my best friend during the fasting window. What worked? After the initial adjustment, I found I had more sustained energy throughout the day. I also felt less bloated and more in tune with my hunger cues. It simplified my meal planning, which was a bonus. What didn't? Social situations became a bit tricky, especially brunch or early morning meetings. It also took a good week to truly adapt, and some days I just felt too hungry to stick with it. Moving on to something a bit more introspective: gratitude journaling. For 3 weeks, every night before bed, I wrote down at least 3 things I was grateful for that day. They could be big or small, anything that came to mind. This practice felt simple, almost too simple to be effective, but I committed to it, even on days when I felt like there was nothing to be grateful for. Sometimes it was just a warm cup of tea or a sunny moment. What worked? This was surprisingly powerful. It genuinely shifted my perspective, making me more aware of the positive aspects of my day. I found myself ending the day on a more positive note, which improved my overall mood and even helped me fall asleep faster. It's a small habit with a big impact. What didn't? There's really not much that didn't work here. The only challenge is remembering to do it consistently, especially on busy or stressful days. Finally, the trend that tests your willpower: joining the 5 a.m. club. The idea is to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to dedicate time to personal growth, exercise, or planning before the world wakes up. I tried this for a full month. This required a complete overhaul of my sleep schedule. Early nights became non-negotiable. The first few days were rough, feeling groggy and unproductive. But I stuck with it, using the time for meditation, light exercise, and planning my day. What worked? The sense of calm and control I gained was incredible. Having a few hours of uninterrupted time before my workday began was a game changer for productivity and mental clarity. I felt less rushed and more prepared for whatever the day threw at me. What didn't? It's incredibly difficult to maintain if your sleep schedule gets disrupted, like on weekends or during travel. Social life can take a hit if you need to be in bed by 9 p.m. It also requires immense discipline and a strong why. So after all this experimenting, what's the verdict? Not every viral trend is a perfect fit for everyone, and that's okay. What I learned is that true wellness isn't about blindly following every new fad. It's about finding what genuinely resonates with you and your lifestyle. For me, gratitude journaling and the cold showers are definite keepers. The gratitude practice is simple, free, and profoundly impactful on my mindset. The cold showers provide an immediate, invigorating boost that sets a positive tone for my day. Intermittent fasting and adaptogens showed promise, but require more consistent effort and might be something I revisit or integrate more loosely. The 5 a.m. club, while powerful, is a huge commitment that I might save for specific seasons of life. Ultimately, wellness is a personal journey, not a destination dictated by social media. It's about experimenting, listening to your body, and building sustainable habits that make you feel good. Have you tried any of these viral wellness trends? What worked for you and what didn't? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Let's share our insights and help each other navigate the ever-evolving world of wellness.